Hello, gorgeous souls. Welcome to the Cosmic Barbie podcast. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if it is your first time on my show. I am Luminia, and I am your cosmic guide to living a life full of luxury, abundance, and prosperity. For today's episode, I want to talk about how to level up for the new year. And keep in mind that this doesn't just have to apply for the new year. You can level up at any time because time is not real. Keep that in mind. But for the girlies that want a little time and want, to really prepare who it is that they want to be, the new year is a perfect place to start. And I know a lot of people say that the real new year is in March, so this applies to that too. Like I said, time isn't real. So we're really going to get into how to mentally and emotionally rewrite the narrative that you want for your life. And before we really get into the nitty-gritty of that, I want you guys to go into this with an open mind and to really forget about your past circumstances, your past experiences, and anything that is not the present moment. And for me personally, I think that this is extremely important because if you're creating a new life, if you're rewriting a new narrative for yourself, you cannot do that with the same mindset, with the same habits, and with the same thoughts that you used to have and that you still hold on to. It's literally impossible. You can't change if you're still holding on to, the things that need to be changed. So this is really what I want you guys to understand before you even write down who it is that you guys want to be. Think first, just forget and completely detach from your previous life or what you used to go to or your previous beliefs and mindset. Literally let that go. It doesn't matter. They don't define you and they only really hold meaning because you give it meaning. They would just be regular occurrences that happen in your life if you just decided to not pay any mind to them. So, with that being said, I really want you to consider the question, what's the vibe that you want people to feel when they enter your world? When people interact with you, when you walk down the street or something, how do you want people to perceive you? How do you want the outside world to reflect itself to you? Really think about that. And I don't want a basic answer. Think really deeply about that and figure out what it is that you want to bring out into the world. How do you want other people to look at you? How do you want people to feel when they're in your presence? Do you want to be mysterious? Do you want to be a glamorous girl? Do you want to bring a lot of attention to yourself? Do you want to be an it girl? Do you want to be a businesswoman? What is it that you want to be? And once you decide that, I want you to, I would say just embody it, but there's steps that you have to do to embody it. What would she wear? And a lot of people say this on TikTok. I know, but you cannot, I genuinely believe that you can't become the person that you want to be if you're not fully embracing all aspects of that person. This includes dressing like her, treating your skin like she would. This means talking like she would. If she's a person that has etiquette, learn some etiquette, If she's a person that's physically fit, you can either decide to go to the gym or you can just use the law of assumption, look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're skinny and you're going to be skinny. Those all work. Do whatever you want. If she has clear skin, look in the mirror and tell yourself that you have clear skin. Or if you actually want to do the work and, do skincare products because it's cute, I do it because it's cute. But I already have clear skin, but that's not the point. If you want to do that, get the skincare products. Wear the skincare products that she would wear or he would wear. embody that person. And there's a lot of steps to embodying it. I'm not going to say before you even do that, you have to switch your mindset. That's not really necessary. You could do it whichever way you want to. But the surefire way for me to get into the person that I am right now is to literally dress like her and do the things that she would do. My entire room is cultivated around this entire mindset. It's very chic. It's very demure, I literally bought an entire new wardrobe that reflects the person that I want to be. I even remember when I was doing a few guided meditations, I would literally envision myself wearing a very cute fur coat with some heels. And that same exact fur coat that I envisioned is in my clothing rack. That's like another thing that you can do, do guided meditations, specifically ones that are for embodying that version of yourself. They'll tell you to vision it. And if you're not a good visualizer, that's fine. You can also write it down. But they mainly get you into visualizing. To me, visualizing is very powerful. I mentioned this in my previous episode. I love it. I love visualizing because literally exactly what's in my head comes into my reality. So those are just a few things to keep in mind. And now let's talk about your mindset. Let's talk about how having the mindset that you or the person that you want to be would have is, oh my gosh, like really important. And that's not to say that you need to go on a whole, I even said this in my last video, you don't need to do shadow work. You don't need to do all of that. If you decide, that's all you have to do. You just need to decide. But if you want to go that extra mile and really make sure that these new beliefs that you're cultivating for yourself really stick, I suggest robotic affirming because that's a very quick way. You don't need to do it for long, just a few minutes. But if you really want to do it for long, you could even do it while you're doing your skincare, cleaning around your room or your house, cooking, whatever it is. Very simple. Choose one affirmation, stick to it, and keep repeating it as many times as you want to. That's a surefire way to change your beliefs and change your mindset. And I'm very serious about that. Another thing I want to talk about when it comes to mindset is stop doing a lot of work for what you want, because all that's doing is training your mind to thinking that working harder is how you achieve success, when that is not true at all. I want you guys to get rid of that mindset. Working hard does not equal success. A lot of people sit on their ass and get 10 times than what the average person makes in a year by doing nothing. That is possible for them. It is absolutely possible for you. And I want you to instill that in your belief. That's one of your beliefs that I think a lot of people, because I know a lot of people that don't grow up rich generally have that mindset that you need to work hard and that you need to struggle to achieve what it is that you want. Completely abolish that belief. Abolish it, because it will serve you no good. And you will always be doing more than you need to. Work smarter, not harder. And I know this is a very cute bimbo podcast. And what I mean by when I say working smarter is by not working at all. And it's super important, because I have never encountered a single successful person that actually loves their life to be working hard for it. Everyone around me that works hard is usually extremely miserable. And if you don't want that for your life, if you don't want to be miserable, stop working hard. Your main character, the person that you want to embody, they don't chase. They just sit and they receive what they want. They attract. That is law. And if you're the type of person that likes to work hard, absolutely go for it. But if you're not, but yet you still find yourself working hard, literally abolish that mission. And some people may have jobs, some people may have bills to pay, some people may be, working hard. Some people are not like as fortunate as I am to have parents that work for you. But, all of that can change in a second. You can rewire your mind to not experience that. And of course, if you feel like you need to do some things, follow your intuition. Don't just take my word for it. Follow your intuition and see what feels right for you to do. But if you have the means, like if you can afford to not work, if you can like cultivate an abundance mindset really quickly and you have that much faith in the law of assumption, go for it. Go for it. If you do not, though, do not put yourself in jeopardy. If you do not have that much conviction and that much faith in the law of assumption, please do not harm yourself and please do not do anything that makes you terrified, like that you literally cannot see no other option for yourself if you don't have that kind of mindset. And this kind of goes hand in hand with believing that everything always works out for you. If you're not the type of person that believes that, there should be no reason why you're quitting your job spontaneously. Unless you believe that it's going to work out for you, go for it, do it. If you don't believe that it's going to work out for you, it's not going to work out for you. And you're going to end up struggling and you're going to end up spiraling. And that's not what we want. We don't ever want to do that. We want to live a very easy, stress-free life. So take that into consideration before you do or make any decisions. So yeah, that's one of the things that if you want to be a main character, that's what they would have. They wouldn't really chase anything, they would attract. They would have a lot of confidence in themselves. So build up your confidence. If you're the type of person that likes to wear makeup but doesn't know where to start, figure out what your basic features are. Figure out how to find colors that work perfect for your skin. And you don't need to do a whole color theory or color matching thing. You don't need to do all of that. Literally, like when you dress up, look through your past outfits. Which made you feel the most confident and which brought out your features more? Continue finding more clothes in that type of style or in that type of color. Find whatever it is your makeup face is. Like, I said makeup face, sorry. Find out what your face type is and find makeup tips that work for your face shape and your face type. Find out what your color theory is, not in regards to clothing, but in regards to your face. Like, what was it? There's like 4 types, autumn something, autumn winter or whatever. You'll find it on TikTok, trust, but that helped me, honestly. I figured out what my palette was and I worked with those colors. That's why I'm recommending it to you. So, do that. Like go on TikTok, like literally just search up how to start makeup for beginners and you'll find a whole bunch of amazing advice. I guarantee you. Build up your confidence, find out what it is that makes you feel good about yourself. Tell yourself in the mirror. Mirror work is extremely powerful. It's one of the things that I can say that a lot of people don't lie about. When you look at yourself and you tell yourself that you're beautiful and that you deserve good things and that you deserve what it is that you want, in the mirror, especially like you're looking directly at yourself and saying those things, it's like magic. It's literally magic. I've done that and I can say 10 out of 10 it works because I have never felt prettier and I only know that I'm just going to keep getting prettier. So yeah, that's one of another advice that I'd give. Stop comparing yourself to people. People are not living the same life that you are living. You don't know what other people have to go through to live the life that they're living. So don't ever compare yourself to other people. Like that's a surefire way to lower your confidence. And it just doesn't make any sense. You could never be living the same exact, like whatever they show on social media. You don't know what they did to have that. So you comparing yourself and feeling down about yourself because of other people makes absolutely no sense. So let go of comparing yourself to people. And if you really need to, delete all of your social media for a long period of time, because I found out that kind of helped me more. I wouldn't really be looking at, these IG models. This was when I was younger, by the way. I'm 19 now, but when I was 16, I was extremely insecure. And so it would mainly be because I would go on Instagram and see all these like, pretty girls and stuff like that. And I would like I'm 16 thinking like, why can't I look like them? The whole time I'm forgetting that I'm 16. And eventually I deleted all forms of social media for a while. Like about it, like I think a good year or two. I didn't have any social media. Best thing I ever did for my confidence. The best thing I've ever did. And I suggest you do it too if you struggle with perceiving yourself like and comparing yourself from other people online. I suggest you do that. And, lastly, like I said before, act like everything is working for you, no matter what happens. You get into a car accident, think about how that's good for you. You don't know what that car accident was saving you from. Could have been something much worse. You walked away from it safe, you're still alive. Like, see the good in everything, even in the most terrible situation. See the good in everything. Literally look at that situation and see how you would flip it. I have no more trauma, and I'm like literally I'm so for real. I have no trauma because I reevaluated my trauma and I looked at it from a very positive lens, and I saw how it benefited me to become the person that I am today. I feel like I have broken the shackles and the generational trauma that I was bound to take on if I continued doing the same self-destructing things well into my 30s. I have saved myself years of therapy by only, learning about trauma and actually healing myself from a very young age. And that is something I am extremely grateful for. That is something that, not a lot of people could say. And I feel like you guys should really, if you are someone that struggles with abuse and you can't just let go of your past like that, trust me, I get it. Because I used to, have that kind of environment around me. Trust, I get it. I know what it's like to have trauma, and I know what it's like to go through very difficult things and not knowing where to start or how to heal. If you are someone like that, I know it's going to be very difficult to just, believe in the law like that. That's why I suggest that you do inner healing first. You assess your trauma and you go work through that before you do anything else. Because in order for you to move on from it, in order for it to not affect you anymore, in order for you to actually have better days, you need to assess and evaluate what made you who you are. If you're someone who suffers with extensive trauma, like I had, but I don't anymore. So, yeah, take that into consideration, really look into your trauma. If you're someone that suffers from abuse or any of that sort, look into it and heal yourself from it first. If you need therapy, go to therapy. Therapy helped me a little, and I'm sure it can help you if you find the right therapist. You got this, trust. So, my next little ramble, what I want to talk about is some manifestation rituals. I'm just kind of like what I talked about in my previous episode, a step-by-step process for manifesting, which can be scripting, visualizing, and how to stay in that energy of who you want to be every day. Every single decision that you make, it needs to be like done with how would the person that I want to be respond in a situation like this. And if that's not very easy for you to do with your head, ChatGPT is an incredible tool for something like this. Write down what it is that you want to be and put it into ChatGPT and say, how would she think? How would he or she think? How would he or she act? What would he or she do every day? What would be their priorities? What would be their boundaries? What would be their standards? Choose what applies to you, because ChatGPT is going to give you a list and not all of it may apply to you, or not. You may not want to do all of it. Choose what you feel comfortable doing. And if you want to do more, you can. But ChatGPT is an extremely helpful tool for really embodying that person that you want to be. I think that it has helped me so much more than if I didn't use ChatGPT. I feel like I would have been struggling a little harder to actually embody the person that I am right now. And, really consider it. AI is not bad when you use it for the right reasons. And yeah, like I said earlier, if you're doing your skincare, you can robotic affirm, or you can say some affirmations to yourself in the mirror. Dress like the person you want to be, talk like the person you want to be, and slowly you'll start seeing it reflect into your life. Slowly but surely. Not slowly all the time. For me, it was pretty quick when I actually started to embody that person, when I wore the clothes, when I got the skincare, when I changed my mindset. Like that was very quick. The way it happened was all very sudden for me. So it might not be slowly for you. It can be, but it might not. So, everyone's situation is very different. There's no wrong or right way that is going to unfold in your life. It's all happening for you. Remember that. It's never happening to you. It's all happening for you. So, right. Next, I want to talk about how you can set a little goal for yourself, like the person that you want to be would set. Like, they're not just goals, they're kind of like main character moves. Like, if you want to be a main character, you really have to step into that main character role. And a main character is not a sideline or is the person that is being ignored. A main character stands out. When a main character is walking, people turn their heads to look at that main character. That's how I feel every day when I go to school. It could also be because of the heels that I wear, but that's neither here nor there. A main character is literally what it is, a main character. You are going to catch attention if you want to. So I want you to really listen and surround yourself with that type of environment of who it is you want to be. Whether it's listening to a podcast like mine, whether it's watching vlogs like shopping vlogs or luxury vlogs or travel vlogs, or whether it's other people describing, being the girl that people can't stop talking about. All of that, surround yourself with that. And if you have friends or if you have anyone in your life that is trying to discourage you of who you want to be, they are not supposed to be in your life. You do not have to listen to them. And I feel like if anyone in your life is not 100% supporting you or backing you in what you want to do, they are not supposed to be in your life. Drop them. They are dead weights and they will only hold you back. Trust me on this. I have had people in my life that I didn't realize were holding me back until I let them go. So, take it with a grain of salt. If you feel like anyone in your life is not 100% supporting you, and I mean 100%, not 50%, not 90%, 100% supporting you, drop them. They are not for you. No one in your life that is 100% supporting you should be in your life. It doesn't make any sense because they will only hold you back. They will fill you with their limited beliefs and you won't go anywhere. You will stay stagnant. Trust. So, yeah, make those goals. If you're a type of person that likes to follow a routine, make a routine. I'm not the type of person that likes to follow a routine. I like to just go with the flow every day. And I really live life by my intuition and what I feel like doing because this is my life. So I don't live by a schedule. I don't follow a schedule. But if that's your thing and if you feel like it's going to keep you more organized, go for it. But really, do a list of things that the person you want to be would do. Surround yourself with that environment. Go to the places that she would eat at. You don't even have to buy anything. Just walk past the neighborhood or something. Be around that neighborhood. Really feel the energy. And I feel like feeling that energy also comes with visualizing because when I visualize things, I get really emotional because it feels like it's actually there. It's actually tangible and it's real. That's because it is. But yeah, really feel the energy and feel the environment that you want to be in. Any other thing that's discouraging you from what you want to be or your path is just not it. It's not for you. It's very dangerous and it's going to hinder you. So, yeah, I think Small steps that you can take right now is rebrand your entire social media. That is something that I did. I actually don't have social media as of right now. I deleted my Instagram. I only have TikTok, and it is a new private account. Not really private, but it's a new account. And, I rebranded my entire social media. I deleted all my posts. I deactivated my old TikTok account with people that I don't associate with anymore. And this is what I mean by rebranding. Like, your social media really like reflects who you are and what you interact with. If you want to be high maintenance girl, a bimbo girl, and, you know, a stress free girl, but your entire feed is filled with news and stuff that makes you think and stuff that fills you with unnecessary worry, then you need to reset your feed. You need to unfollow those people. Stop interacting with those people because they're just going to fill you with anxiety and they don't represent your life. So, rebrand your entire social media. Figure out what it is. If you're the type of person that wants to use social media, figure it out. Figure out what type of person you want to be on social media. And, create that persona. Delete pics. They don't matter. You can take new pics. Unfollow people who don't serve you any purpose. And you might think I'm taking it like a little too deep, but trust me, it really is that deep. The number one person that you should never play about is yourself. Put yourself before anyone, and people will put you first as well. It reflects. Basically, how you treat yourself is how the universe treats you. So, really take care of yourself. Put yourself first. Always prioritize yourself before anyone. If you have kids, though, that's a different story. Prioritize your kids first. But right. So I think that's really all I have to say on this topic, because being that person that you want doesn't come with, it's not just about aesthetics and it's not just about the looks, even though I really emphasize the looks part. It's not just about that. It's really about the energy, because you can dress that way, but you can still be very insecure and it won't come off the way that you want it to. And, doesn't really make sense. You got to be confident and you got to dress the part. They go hand in hand, trust. So when you move that way, when you think about it that way, when you move with gratitude, be grateful for what you already have. That's what I always say. When you walk with gratitude, confidence, abundance, the universe literally has no choice but to make you the star of the show. It's literally written in stone. Trust. It is law. When you make yourself the star of the show, the universe is going to make you the star of the show as well. It's literally hand in hand. This year isn't just yours, it's your moment. It's literally your gateway to not living the same life that you have always lived. If you want to change, it's your time to do so. No one's going to do it for you. You need to do it yourself. Step into it because the universe already has your back. It cannot fail you. And even if you think that you're doing it wrong, the universe is going to support you in that too. So you might as well just think that everything is going your way and everything is moving forward and everything works in your favor, because it does. So that's really all I wanted to talk about today, guys. I rambled a lot. I rambled kind of fast because I have this kind of mask on. It's kind of restricting my way of talking. But, that's all I wanted to talk about today. I really wanted to emphasize that, you guys really have a lot of power. You have more power than you think. And you can do things with that. You can really achieve something. You can really live the life that you want to live. If you really put your mind to it, that's all you need, your mind. So, you guys got this. Live your life. And as always, thank you so much for listening to my episode and my podcast. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Have an amazing week and see you again next Sunday.